Hey, how is everybody? It's actually a not windy Friday and the sun is shining, and I think that I'm actually experiencing a spring day. Hallelujah. I wanted to come on today and hopefully this video doesn't come out distorted and blurry because I noticed in my last video it was all distorted, and I think it was because of the weather and the Wi-Fi and so forth and so on. So I guess it is what it is. So good afternoon. Let me know, please, in the comments if you can hear me, if you could see me. If it gets distorted, please join in, ask questions. I'm coming on to talk today about themed weddings and events. Excuse me. Hi, Laura. So I'm going to pull up another because I want to be able to see if somebody's commenting. Okay, so we're going to be talking about what a themed wedding and event is, the types of themed weddings and events that there are out there, which we know there are hundreds of them, but I'm going to narrow them down just to a few and talk about those, and what types of themes that can be difficult to produce and how to carry out a themed event. Okay, so what is a themed wedding and event? In which a specific idea, a vision, or concept is fulfilled throughout the entire wedding or event. It is from your wedding invitations to the cake and the favors. It's a great way to show off to your guests. Especially with invitations, I always let my couples know, and my special event couples know, clients know, that a great way to start sharing what your event is going to be is through the save the dates or the website or the invitation. It gives them a preview of what the event is going to look like. So let's talk about some types of themes. So the types of themes that I have actually done for clients are beach themes with seashells, with raffia. I've even done surfboards, leis, because it was a Hawaiian type beach theme. We've done the colors, the tropical colors, and incorporated them in that way. We've used tropical flowers and incorporated them in palm leaves and sand, and you could get, the big huge concha shells and make a floral arrangements out of them. There's just so many ideas that you could do for beach themes, and it could be on a grand scale, it could be on a small scale. Just how you place those themes throughout makes the difference. The beach theme can be carried out into the cake, like I had mentioned, in the invitations. But also don't forget the ceiling if you have one, if you're not actually at the beach. You could use white paper lanterns and, cluster them together. I would stay away from draping, because draping really, unless it's fishnet draping, I would just stay away from it. Fall themes, of course, you could use all the fall colors. Very beautiful. You could use leaves and pumpkins, white and orange. There's even green pumpkins out there, fall colored flowers. There's a lot of ways that you can incorporate that fall theme into any event. Winter themes. Now, I've done quite a few winter themed quinceañeras. A lot of snowflakes play in that. And it's also the color palette that was chosen that can be used to bring the winter into it. Baby's breath often looks like, and we call it gyp, Sophelia, can look like snow. So that's another way that you could bring, a winter theme to life. Chandeliers that look like snowflakes. You could use twinkle lights and, make the room dark, or uplighting in blue and black, or, blue, not black, blue, and having twinkle lights go across to make it look like it's a starry winter night with, giant plastic snowflakes hanging from the top. I mean, there is just like so many ideas you could use with, the winter theme. But remember, carry it from beginning to end, invitations all the way through into your event. Now, I've done many birthday parties, Candyland themed. It is so much fun. Of course, you have your dessert table with all the candy, but props, big, huge candy, lollipops or candy canes or gingerbread men or, there's just like so many things you could do. You could actually incorporate the game into the party, which I did last year for a special young lady. And it turned out so wonderful. We had Peppermint Forest games. We had just so much fun incorporating all the different elements of Candyland into the birthday party. So think outside the box when you're doing events. It don't get literal, get figurative. Couple other events that are great themed events, of course, are country and rustic. And we've seen that played out in open fields, ranches, barns. There is lots of rustic elements. And what I mean by rustic elements is like whiskey barrels and vintage crates and vintage bird cages and horseshoes and just, the clothes that they're wearing, the bride's dress is vintage lace, and the groom is wearing that cowboy hat and that leather vest. There's just so many ways that you could go with it. Harry Potter. I did a Harry Potter birthday, and I also did a Harry Potter wedding. So much fun. You could go so crazy with Harry Potter. But again, remember, if it's not the venue that looks like the castle from, that they all stayed in and learned, then you can bring the elements into the venue. And a good design planner or designer or event designer can help you with it. So don't be afraid to reach out and look for somebody who specializes or who can bring your themed event to life. So here's some more themes that I was thinking I would share with everybody. So we talked about rustic or country. So there's the 4 seasons. You could actually utilize books, like your favorite book. I would actually like somebody to come to me and ask me to do 50 Shades of Grey. That would be fun. Movies, like I talked about Harry Potter. I've done a couple Disney movies. I've actually experienced Star Wars. Characters from TV shows. I've actually done Mad Men. Breaking Bad was incorporated in last year's wedding, and it was shown up in the favors, and it showed up, I think, as a table number, but it was a table name. Shabby chic, but I don't see very much shabby chic anymore. Instead, I see vintage. Fairy tale. Peacock, Candy, Casino. You could do cities like Paris or Rome, or, you could do countries, Tuscany. This is your event. Think outside the box. I've also seen holidays, Christmas, New Year's Eve, 4th of July, just colors, and it's endless. You could keep going and going and going and going. What types of events that can be difficult to produce? The only difficult themed event to produce is the one that gets carried away with all the little details. Sometimes too much of little things is too much. It can become and cause clutter and overpower the theme, and not enough can lose translation of the theme. And so if you're having a themed event, please do consider hiring somebody that can help you differentiate between too much and not enough, and help you just get it just right. So how to carry out that themed event. Once you've solidified the who, what, and why of your event, you can begin to brainstorm event theme ideas. While there are many different approaches to brainstorming out the vision, there's vision boards that I use as a designer and event planner. There's pretty much only two options on who's involved. You're either doing it solo or you're collaborating with other event professionals. Your venue complements your theme and should be an extension of the theme when possible. So before you start your search, you need to answer a simple question. Is your event traditional or unusual? If the answer is traditional, your event is better suited to or would be better accommodated by a hotel ballroom, a convention center, an exhibit hall. These tried and true venues are familiar and adaptable to any event theme that you could use. And that becomes all the decor and the props and whatever it is that you're using it can be transformed. But if your theme calls for something a little different, don't be afraid to explore unconventional venues like airport hangars or even parking lots. I've even seen museums used, car museums. You know, there's just so many unconventional ideas out there that can help you bring your vision to life. In fact, multiple non-traditional spaces can help you provide an unforgettable experience by surprising your guests with an unusual setting. Now it's time to carry out your vision and stay on task. Checklists and vendor contributions. So when it comes to doing your themed event, don't be afraid to be unconventional. You would be surprised how you could stay on track with your budget that you've set for your event if you think a little outside the box. And that's all I have today. And I want to thank you guys for joining me. And I hope that you guys come and check out tomorrow's live video that I'm going to be doing. And it's going to be from Camarillo. Kind of excited. Going to show you a space that we're going to be utilizing for an event. And I hope you guys have a great Friday. And I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.